Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Hallmark Plus More, where we watch and talk about shows, movies, mysteries, Hallmark ornaments, and anything else that floats our boat. So today I want to be talking about the 2025 Hallmark Keepsake Ornaments. So before I get into my video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribes to my channel, likes my videos, leaves me comments. I appreciate you so much. So thank you for that. So I'm going to go over today just a couple of the 2025 Keepsake Hallmark ornaments. Every January or February, they come out with new ornaments. Now, most of them come out in July. Over 250 of the new ornaments come out in the ornament premiere, that's in July. And then the other big Keepsake Hallmark ornament event is in October, which is the ornament debut. So you're going to see a lot of ornaments then. However, they have kind of spring ornaments or just kind of non-Christmas ornaments. They usually, I want to say about 10 to 15 ornaments come out before July, but they started coming out in January. Some that, like I say, are not Christmas, kind of like new home or new baby, kind of like the ultrasound ornaments, and things like that. They have a fairies series that sometimes comes out in the spring, and sometimes it comes out in July. I personally actually have a series of butterflies. I do love butterflies. It wasn't something that I planned on collecting, to be honest. My sister and I started collecting it together. The first butterfly in the series to start it was purple, and purple is my sister's favorite color. So we just kind of bought it together as something to do as sisters, and it was her favorite color. And then we just kind of started buying them every year, and they're just so beautiful. I love butterflies. And just to see how beautiful, and every year they're different colors. So, like I say, it started 9 years ago, and I'm still collecting the butterflies 9 years later. So that was something that usually comes out before July. So you will see if you keep watching my videos come July that I purchased several ornaments in the Dream Book, which is kind of like the ornament catalog. So I try to purchase a couple of them at the beginning of the year just so that I can already have them and that I don't have to spend as much as I do in July. So, speaking of the butterfly series that I say that I started with my sister, we are now in the 9th year, and this is the one for this year. Kind of yellow with a white tent here, and I've got it here, and you can kind of see it's very beautiful. I mean, I wish you could see it in person. If you do, go to a Hallmark store and see it because it just glows. It's beautiful. And then what they started doing, not necessarily the first year, but I want to say the last several years, they have what they call a little mini one, and it's called a Bitty Bright Butterfly. So they're not always the same, right? Because this one isn't yellow, it's more blue. It's got a little bit of purple in it, and it's a little mini ornament. So I've been getting both of them every year. Like I said, at the beginning, my sister and I, we just really collected the big ones, but I started collecting the mini ones too. And this is one of those ornaments that you can display year round. I know people who display fairies all year round, the butterflies. There's so many different series. A lot of them have animals. I know some people do like farm animals. They had a lot of them back in, 10, 20 years ago. So I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I love keepsake ornaments, but they're not all Christmas. A lot of them are other items and other things as well. So they did have a couple fun ones this year. And again, you've probably heard me mention my son. I brought my son with me, and I do nostalgia. My son loved seeing this one. But I remember as a kid drinking it. So they had this one this year, and it is Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, right? So this is what the ornament looks like. And you can kind of see it has cubes in it. It says, oh yeah, and he's squeezed in it here. and he's kind of in motion. Now, obviously, this is dating myself, and there's the back if you kind of want to see what it looks like. But yeah, it is definitely an adorable ornament. When I was growing up, I remember the commercials. That's why I love that he's kind of in motion. It almost looks like he's kicking it. Because remember, those were the commercials. He would like bust through the wall, right? So I love that the ornament had his foot up, kind of like he's kicking through the wall. So I saw that and I was like, yes, nostalgia is very big for me. And remembering, my childhood. And my son loved it. He thought it was cute. The other thing that he really liked was they have one of these little itsy bitsies just like it. And you can see it has the ice cubes. And here it says, squeeze me. And if you squeeze them, you can hear it. He says, oh, yeah. So I got this, and as you can see behind me, I love Itsy Bitsies. These are the same size as all the ones behind me. Everything behind me is Hallmark. All the Itsy Bitsies, you can see the Golden Girls. I have the Golden Girls keepsake ornaments behind them. Same thing with the Wizard of Oz and Friends and Willy Wonka. Everything behind me is Hallmark because when I buy the ornaments, I like to display them. You got Noah's Ark up there. That's an ornament. And then you have the Noah's Ark Itsy Bitsies. So this goes great with the ornament. And of course, my son loved it. He was walking around the store just holding it. And then the other one that I got, which again, I have a little boy and he loves these and I grew up with them, is macaroni and cheese, which I know kind of seems cheesy, like, hey, you're buying an ornament for macaroni and cheese, but it is adorable. It has the box. It has, if you look close, you can see all the noodles in there. And it's literally just like the box. I grew up eating Kraft macaroni and cheese. My son loves Kraft macaroni and cheese. So, I saw this and I was like, oh, I have to get it. And then the Kool-Aid. And then of course, when we saw the Itsy Bitsy, I mean, my husband, my son, they know I love all of those too, to display it. Now, I will mention one thing, if you can hear it. My box has a rattle to it. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to. It would be great if it is, like noodles, because, if you shake a box that has, uncooked noodles, it shakes and there's a sound, but I don't know if there's something wrong with my ornament or if it's supposed to have that shake. Like I said, it makes sense, but I don't know if it's supposed to. So if you want to leave me some comments, I'm going to try to look it up as well. But there's nothing else wrong with the ornament unless if it's not supposed to shake, but it looks in perfect shape. So those are the ornaments that I bought. Like I said, there's several more that they have out for 2025, leading up to, the big ornament premiere in July, and ornament debut is in October. They also have an event usually the first week of December, but they usually only release a couple ornaments then, just because it's so late in the season, right? So keep in mind, the Dream Book is the ornament catalog, and I am a Keepsake member, so in April, I will get a Dream Box, which has a couple ornaments in it, and it usually has a coupon, and it has the Dream Book, and the Dream Book is basically the ornament catalog, and it shows all the ornaments for 2025. So if you go to Hallmark, I encourage you to visit your local store. You will see some of the ones that I just showed you and maybe a handful of others. But then once we get the Dream Book, it comes out to members. It is a club membership. We get it a little early. We get it in April. I think it's out to the public at the end of April, maybe the first week in May. It just depends. Sometimes we don't get it until it comes out to the public, but usually we get it a little early, and it shows all the ornaments for that year. So very exciting. I hope you enjoyed the ornaments that I bought, and of course the little itsy bitsy, because I just couldn't resist. And there's plenty of other itsy bitsies too. If you like Star Wars, there's Disney, but I just couldn't resist since it went with the ornament. So definitely encourage you to visit your local Hallmark. I personally go to Ornaments Hallmark because that's what's near me, and they are great. So I hope you enjoyed the ornaments and my discussion. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you next time. Bye.